Welcome back. And in our sports news, following the recent appointment of Argentinian football legend Maradona as the head coach of Dubai's Al Wasl football team, the unveiling of the team's new logo took place at a gala dinner in the presence of leading businessmen, senior officials and members of the football club last night. Along with Emirati Ali Hussein as assistant coach, Diego Maradona will guide the Al Wasl team for the next 2 seasons. Owing to an impressive performance in the Continental Tournament, 5 wins and 1 loss, the Al Wasl team is often referred to as the club of the century. Stakeholders of the football club commented that the new rebranding and appointment will further propel the local football team to make a mark on the international field.
We saw that we have to change, the badge of the club or the brand of the club, just to be something mentioned there as globally. Because the old one, it was something missing, what we've seen. So that's why we put Al Wasl in English, actually it's written, and Dubai we put it also in English, and we put also the date of Al Wasl. So that's why just become as a globally.
Having Maradona as their coach, I think, is a huge step towards the club taking even more prominence on the global stage. And we're very excited because we strongly believe in the vision of the club and the vision of bringing worldwide resources in order to really make a difference in the region.
British Prime Minister David Cameron described the recent FIFA election as a farce and said the standing of the World Soccer's governing body had never sunk so low. FIFA President Sepp Blatter was re-elected for another 4 years last week, but was the only candidate after Asian soccer chief Mohammed bin Hammam pulled out after being investigated by FIFA into alleged corruption during his campaign. The Football Association, which has already said it would abstain in the vote, wanted the election postponed, and Cameron has now made his views clear, having been involved in England's failed 2018 World Cup bid.
FIFA's reputation is now at an all-time low, and obviously the election with just one candidate was something of a farce, but it has to become more transparent and more accountable. They've got to prove that they are actually capable of doing the job that they're meant to. But ultimately, change has got to come from within football, and I'm sure that the FA will want to play a very major role in helping to bring that about.
Boxers Amir King Khan and Zab Super Judah met face-to-face in Los Angeles on Wednesday in preparation for their July 23rd bout. Amir Khan has beaten some of the biggest names in the division. He's now seeking to unify the division before a potential move up to the welterweight division. Meanwhile, Brooklyn, New York native Zab Judah has often been controversial but never dull, and promises to give Khan a true test of his development. Judah has won titles across the light welterweight and welterweight divisions and is a former undisputed welterweight champion. However, Khan appeared to be confident about the upcoming fight.
When I'm in the ring or when it's time to train, I give it 100% and I'm not going to let it get to me. I know this is a tough fight against Zab Judah. We know how good Zab is. He's very awkward, tricky, southpaw. Won many world titles. But I don't think this is his time. I know we're fighting for the WBA and the IBF title. But, I think with the hunger I have, I don't think he can take that title off me.
The fight will take place at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas on July 23rd. German Tony Martin of the HTC High Road team won the 3rd stage of the Criterium du Dauphin on Wednesday, a 42.5 kilometre individual time trial, as Briton Bradley Riggins of Team Sky took 2nd place and the overall lead in the process. Team Sky leader Wiggins, like most of the top riders, is using the Dauphin as a warm-up race before the Tour de France, where he will once again spearhead the British Challenge in July. Wiggins finished 3rd in the opening short-time trial on Sunday and only lost out to German Tony Martin by 11 seconds in Wednesday's 3rd stage. Wiggins leads Australian Cadel Evans by 1 for 11 in the overall standings after the Australian finished a disappointing 6th. And finally in sport, the 18 members of the International Olympic Committee's Coordination Commission toured some of Rio de Janeiro's sporting venues and infrastructure works in their second official visit to the city after it was awarded the 2016 Games. The delegation visited the construction site of an expressway for buses, the famous Maradona soccer stadium and the Sambadrome venue, which are both under major reforms. Rio's Mayor Eduardo Paes and the President of Rio's Olympics Committee, Carlos Arthur Nuzman, accompanied the delegates. IOC officials also stopped by the giant Maracana Stadium, which is likely to host the 2014 World Cup final before the Olympics. The delegation is due to hold a press conference to present their evaluation. And finally today, Chinese scientists have developed genetically modified cows that produce human milk, according to a UK paper. Human genes have been placed into a herd of 300 dairy cows, which has resulted in the production of an alternative milk that replicates human breast milk as well as formula for babies. Researchers at China's Agricultural University introduced human genes into the DNA of dairy cows before genetically modified embryos were then planted into surrogate cows. The cows then started to produce milk with the human protein lysosome. The scientists say the milk tastes stronger than normal and forecast that people will be able to buy the milk off the shelves 10 years down the line. And with that, let's take a look at the international and local weather forecast for tomorrow. And before we head out, here are the top stories again. Ruler of Dubai promotes police officers. Dubai municipality launches Packet Safe campaign. Anthrax affects dozens in India's eastern state. And Etisalat eyes African market via infrastructure sharing deal. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. As always, we'd love to hear your comments. You can contact us at news@city7tv.com or by calling us on 04 367 2230. From the entire news team, it's goodbye for now.